Every day, the man would carry his paralyzed wife to the bathroom so they could bathe together. But on that particular day, the moment he placed her in the bathtub, his foot suddenly slipped. His head struck the edge of the sink, and he collapsed unconscious. The water tap was still running, and the tub was quickly filling to the brim. In that critical moment, the woman realized she had no one to rely on but herself, or she would drown. With fierce determination, she began moving the only toe she could still control, trying to reach the drain chain. She managed to grasp it between her toes, but lacked the strength to pull and open the valve. Her body had been paralyzed for years. As the water level rose higher and higher, nearly covering her nose, despair started to take over. But she chose to give it everything she had. She pulled on the chain with all the strength left in her. But the chain snapped. Panic surged through her as she watched the water creeping up toward her face. She reached out, feeling for the handheld shower head nearby, and began to slowly maneuver it toward the faucet, even though her body was now completely submerged. In a moment of sheer desperation, a powerful instinct to survive erupted inside her. She began forcefully shifting the shower head. She managed to reduce the flow of water slightly, but her life was still hanging by a thread. Then, just as the water engulfed her entirely, the unthinkable happened. Her left leg, motionless for years, it broke the surface of the water and began to move with intensity, eventually pressing down on the drain valve. The valve opened, and water began rushing out of the tub. She gasped for air, breathing heavily as life returned to her lungs. But the true miracle had yet to reveal itself. Moments after her escape, she suddenly realized something unbelievable. Her once paralyzed body had begun to move again. She managed to sit up and grab the edge of the tub, then dragged herself out to check on her husband, only to find he was gone. She froze for a moment, then recalled the old saying, "Married couples are like two birds in a cage. When the storm hits, each flies off in a different direction." With great effort, she rose from the bathtub, this time with one thing on her mind: to find her husband, not to save him, but to demand a divorce.